Hello, good evening. Hello. Hi, if you are there, please say something in the comments. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Hello. Hey, thanks for joining. Please, if you are joining, please say something in the comment section. Let me know where you're watching from. And if my volume is good, let me also know. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to like the video and share it so that other people can join us. Please type something in the comment section. Let me know where you are watching from and share so that other people can join us. You are all welcome. I see you joining. Thanks for joining. You're welcome. I greet you all. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Depending on your time zone, I greet you. Good evening. Hello. Please say something in the comment section. If you're watching me, if my volume is okay, I would like to know. Just type in the comment section to let me know my volume is okay. And let me know in the comment section where you are watching me from. You're all welcome. Thank you for joining. I would like to know where you're watching me from. Please let me know my community, please. If you're joining, just let me know in the comment section. Where are you watching me from? You're all welcome. Thanks for joining. Do not forget to give the video a thumbs up as you join and share it so that other people can join us. I see 8 people watching. Please share the video so that other people can join. You're welcome. If you're watching, if my volume is okay, let me know if my volume is okay. Type something in the comment section. Let me know if the volume is okay. Today we'll be talking about refined carbohydrate. So I will just wait 2 minutes to see if other people are going to join. If not, I will just proceed. Hey Rita, I see you watching from the United Kingdom. You're looking very beautiful as always. Love your hairstyle. Thank you very much, Rita. Thanks for joining. Happy weekend. You're welcome. I see you all the way from the Queen's country. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Hey, Josephine, watching from the USA. Thanks for joining. I see you, Josephine. I appreciate your presence here. You are also welcome. Thanks for joining. Is my volume okay? If my volume is okay, I would like to get a confirmation. Hey, Doshima. Thanks for joining. You're welcome. Please make sure to give the video a thumbs up as you join. The like button is on your top right hand side. There are some 3 small buttons there. Just click on it to give me a thumbs up. Today I want us to talk about refined carbohydrates. So for people who are managing diabetes, for people who are struggling with insulin resistance, and for anyone who is even looking for a means to lose weight, refined carbohydrate is a good topic for you to follow so that you can know what you are eating, because it's not every carbohydrate that is good. So today we'll be talking about a refined carbohydrate. Okay, Rita says my volume is good. Thank you very much for that confirmation, Rita. So please share the video so that other people can join us. Let's talk about refined carbohydrates. Hey, Indigo Girl, say Diabetes Mindful Talks, and everyone in the chat from Trinidad in the Caribbean. Hey, Indigo Girl, all the way from the Caribbean. You're welcome. Thanks for joining, sis. I greet you. Happy weekend to you. Yes, so today I want us to talk about refined carbohydrate. What are refined carbohydrate? If somebody asks you, what is refined carbohydrate? What will be your answer to that person? Let me see it in the comment section. If somebody asks you what is refined carbohydrate or what is a refined carbohydrate, which answer are you going to give to that person? Please type it in the comment section so that we can discuss and share our ideas. Our topic for today is refined carbohydrate and how refined carbohydrate affects diabetes, because refined carbohydrate definitely has an impact on diabetes. So we are going to be talking about that. But first, I will want to know, what are refined carbohydrate? Let me get it from you. What do you understand by refined carbohydrate? Just type it in the comment section so that everyone can learn from you too. Hey, Josephine, your volume is very clear. Thank you very much for that confirmation. I see you. Hello, Fumi from Nigeria. Well done. Thank you very much, Fumi. You're welcome. Thank you for joining all the way from Nigeria. How is Nigeria today? You're welcome. I appreciate your presence here, Fumi. Thanks for joining. So for those of you who are watching, let me get your opinion about refined carbohydrate. What do you understand by refined carbohydrate? Let me know in the comment section before I give you my definition of refined carbohydrate. Hey Emma, thanks for joining. You're welcome. Hey Emma, where are you watching from? Please, I would like to know where you're watching me from. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. So let me know, what is refined carbohydrate? No answer for refined carbohydrate? No answer for refined carbohydrate? Okay, no problem. Let's discuss. Maybe along the line, we will get to know your opinion. Okay, I'm watching from Umuahia here in Nigeria. Okay, Emma is watching all the way from Nigeria. Thanks for joining. You're welcome, Emma, all the way from Nigeria. Thank you very much, Indigo Girl. Indigo Girl says carbohydrates from processed food. Thank you very much, Indigo Girl. That is a perfect one and straight to the point. Yes, processed or refined carbohydrates are carbohydrates from processed foods. Thank you very much. So when we talk about refined carbohydrate, we mean carbohydrate that turn into sugar very fast in your body. And these carbohydrates, just like Indigo Girl said, they are carbohydrates that come from processed food. So refined carbohydrates are the sugar or the carbohydrate that turn into sugar very fast in your body. When you eat them, they don't waste time to spike your blood sugar level. And why is because these carbohydrates have been processed. So they are no more in their natural state. They have passed through a process. That is why they are called processed carbohydrate, because they are no longer in their natural form. They have been processed, whether in hand form or in machine form. So long as their real or natural state has been transformed into something else, they are turned into refined carbohydrate. And these are the type of carbohydrate that when you eat them, they will easily spike your blood sugar levels, especially for people who are struggling with diabetes. Why? Especially with people who are struggling with diabetes. This is because if you are struggling with diabetes, it means that you have a problem of insulin resistance. So your insulin is not working effectively. And so because of this refined carbohydrate and the lack of insulin, when you eat them, your blood sugar levels are going to go up and stay for a while in your blood. So those are refined carbohydrate or processed carbohydrate. For people who have diabetes, we normally say it is good for you to not eat refined carbohydrate, or if you cannot stay away from refined carbohydrate, you can avoid them, meaning that eat them just in a little quantity. If you cannot do without this refined carbohydrate, then you can eat them just in small quantity in order for you to avoid all this blood sugar spikes. Now, I also wrote in my book that they are also known as processed or refined carbohydrate, because due to their processing, these carbohydrates become smoother. They become smoother, they become softer, they become whiter, and also they digest very fast. For example, if you want to look at white rice is a perfect example of processed or refined carbohydrate. If you look at the grains of white rice, you will see that the grains of white rice are really white. When you cook them, it takes a very short time for them to be cooked. Why? Is because they have been processed. And when you eat white rice also, it's going to cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar level. But the problem is because there is no fiber there again. So during the process of processing this rice into the white rice, all its fiber was removed, and that is why it digests very fast, or you can easily cook it within 5 to 10 minutes. If you boil your white rice, you will notice that your white rice is already prepared because it has been processed, and the cooking process is also being fastened. So they will cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. For anyone who is managing diabetes, you definitely know that white rice is something that you have to stay away from. Or even if you must eat white rice, make sure to eat white rice just in small quantity, because they break down very easily in your body and causes a rise in your blood sugar. Another example of processed or refined carbohydrate can be your white flour products. As Africans, we eat a lot of white flour products, and these include things like white bread. White bread is made from white flour. We have white rice, like I've made mention of already. We have white pasta. We have cakes. We have biscuits. We have all these pastries. They are all made from refined white flour, and that is why when you eat white bread, you eat pastries, you eat your biscuits, you will notice a sharp spike in your blood sugar levels. Why? Because they have been processed, your fiber have been removed, and therefore they are going to cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. So those are a good examples of refined or processed carbohydrates. Are we communicating? Is my message clear? Do we understand what is refined carbohydrate up to this moment? If not, I would like to repeat it again, because it is of importance that everyone who is managing diabetes, pre-diabetes, or insulin resistance get to know what refined carbohydrate is and the examples of refined carbohydrate, so that whenever you are eating, you will know exactly what you are eating and how much of it you need to eat. Very clear indeed. Okay. Thank you very much. Indigo Gese is very clear. Hey, Jacobs Yankins, thanks for joining. Boba Tia, I see you. Thanks for joining. So, Abdubaye says I should repeat. What should I repeat, Abdubaye? The examples of refined carbohydrate, or I should repeat the definition of carbohydrate? What do you want me to repeat, please? What do you want me to repeat? I should repeat the definition of refined carbohydrate or the examples of refined carbohydrates? Yes, thank you very much, Bekono Evo. Please like the video and share it also. Thank you. Okay, I should repeat the examples. Thank you very much for that clarification, Adobaye. Adobaye says I should repeat the examples of refined carbohydrate. Thank you. So, refined carbohydrate, we have defined that refined carbohydrate, like Indigo Girl said, refined carbohydrates are carbohydrates that are made from processed food. Examples of such food will include your white flour food. Any food that is made from white flour is considered refined or processed carbohydrate. And examples of these foods that are made from white flour include your white bread, If you're constantly eating white bread, know that white bread is a good example of refined carbohydrate, because that is not the natural state of your bread. It has been processed. There is no tree that you will just go and you will find bread and harvest it and eat it. No. For you to have bread, you have to process it. You have to mix your ingredients. You have to mix your white flour. You have to mix butter. You have to mix sugar in order for you to have your white bread. So it is that making process that we say it has been processed, and that is why it is called processed bread. So example is your white bread, your white spaghetti, your biscuits, your pastries, your cakes. All these things are perfect examples of processed or refined carbohydrate, which are made from your white flour. Other example of refined foods or processed foods include your sugary drinks. When you drink soda, there is no tree that you can just go and harvest your soda. No, soda was made from something. So your soda, the cola, the Fanta, the lemonade, the citron, all the refined drinks that you are consuming, they are known as refined or processed drinks. Why? Because they have undergo a process which is making it to absorb very fast in your bloodstream to cause you this blood sugar spike. So examples of refined or processed drinks will include your soda. They will include your juices, all your fruit juices, all your sugary drinks, the sweets that you buy from the shops, the candies, all the lollipops, the candy sweets that you buy for your kids, they are all processed foods, because you cannot get them like that from a tree. No, they have to undergo a process which is known as your refined process or processing. So all of those things, you have to avoid them, because during that process of processing them or transforming them into their end result, the soda, they lost most of their nutrients. Fruits lost most of their fiber. Some lost most of their minerals. So at the end of the day, you are consuming nothing but sugar, if that makes sense. I saw a question. Buba Tia say, I like everything brown bread, brown rice, brown sugar, brown rice. Yeah. Yes, the brown ones are good. If you want to eat rice, you can eat rice, but go in for the brown rice, because brown rice isn't processed. So because it is not processed, it still has its fiber. And that is why when you compare brown rice with white rice, even in cooking, you will realize that the cooking process of brown rice, it takes longer than when you want to cook your white rice. And that is the same thing that happens when you eat sin. When you eat white rice and brown rice, the digestion process is fast for white rice. Why? The digestion process will be slower for brown rice, because it still has its fiber in it. So that is the best way that you can know if a food is good for you or if it is not good. Anything that is white, know that it is going to be easily absorbed into your bloodstream, and with that you are going to have a quick or a sharp spike in your blood sugar level. So if you're eating rice, we always say go in for your brown rice, because brown rice is going to take a longer time for it to digest, and because it is going to take a longer time to digest, it is not going to cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. Hey, M&N Sisterly, I see you. Thank you for joining. School is on Monday. Yes, school is on Monday, sure. Thank you, Adobaye. My pleasure. That's why I like brown rice. Yes, you deserve it to have brown rice. Even though you like brown rice, or even though we say brown rice is good or is better than white rice, even if you are managing diabetes, it is still good for you to eat your brown rice in small quantity, because it still contains carbohydrate. Anything carbohydrate is going to cause a spike in your blood sugar level. So even though you are eating this brown rice, it is also good for you to wash out on your portion, even though it's not going to cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels like white rice is going to do. Yes, M and N, thank you very much for reminding them. Please like and share the video. Thank you very much. So I have given us examples of some processed food, which we started with white flour products. We talked also about sugary drinks, and let's look at some processed or some refined snacks, because our processed or refined carbohydrate don't only end with our flour product or with our sugary drinks, but also we have snacks that are being made from processed or refined carbohydrate. Examples of our snacks will include things like fish pie. For those of us who enjoy fish pie, know that fish pie is refined carbohydrate. Meat pie is another good example of refined carbohydrate. Chin chin is another example. Puff puff, that is another example of refined carbohydrate. Pancakes, for those of you who enjoy eating pancakes, we know that pancake is made from white flour, and because it is made of white flour, it makes pancake to be a refined pancake, which is going to spike your blood sugar level. So our snacks with fish pie, meat pie, fish roll or meat rolls, donuts, chin chin, puff puff, pancakes, all of these are refined or processed carbohydrates. I eat ofada rice. Yes, ofada rice is very good. Ofada rice is a very good and local option of the rich fiber rice. So if you are eating ofada rice, know that you are eating a good rice, because ofada rice still contains its fiber. It's still in its whole form and is therefore not going to cause a spike in your blood sugar level. So just like brown rice, ofada rice is also a very good example for carbohydrate. They are not considered refined carbohydrate because they still contain their fiber. So ofada rice is a good example, but we are going to come to that. Now that we have talked about refined carbohydrate, talked about some example of refined carbohydrate, which we talked about the drinks, we talked about flour food, and we also talked about the snacks. Let us examine the difference between complex carbohydrates and refined carbohydrate, because there is a difference between complex carbohydrate or whole carbohydrate. When we talk about whole carbohydrate, we are talking about those carbohydrates that are still in their natural form. They have not been tampered with, they have not been processed, and so these carbohydrates are still in their natural form. And these are the carbohydrates that we recommend for people who are struggling with diabetes, for people who are struggling with insulin resistance, for people who are struggling with pre-diabetes, because these type of carbohydrate contain a lot of nutrients. They still have their vitamins, they still have their fiber, and also they still have their minerals. And these are the type of food that is recommended for you to eat. Our examples here will be something like the ofada rice, something like the brown rice, something like your whole maize, not the refined maize, but your whole maize, something like beans. We know that when we grow beans, we can go to the farm, we harvest our beans. Yes, that is another example of whole carbohydrate or complex carbohydrate, because you can harvest it, and beans is still in its natural form. It has not been processed, it has not gone on passed through the machine, and nothing has been removed from it. No, it is still in its natural form, and that is why it is considered whole. The word whole meaning that everything is still intact. So we have the ofada rice, we have our brown rice, we have our beans, we have our millet. Millet is also a good form of whole carbohydrate. We have plantain, The plantain that you know, the green plantain, that is a good source of whole carbohydrate. You can plant your plantain, you go to your farm, you harvest your plantain. It is still in its natural form, and that is what makes it to become whole carbohydrate. Yam. You plant your yam, you go to your farm, you harvest your yam. That is your whole carbohydrate. Sweet potatoes, we know that you can grow sweet potatoes. You go to your farm, you harvest your sweet potatoes. It is still in its natural form. Nothing has been removed from it, so it is considered complex carbohydrate or whole carbohydrate. Oats. Oatmeal is also another form of complex or whole carbohydrate. So these are a good example for complex carbohydrate or whole carbohydrate. And these are the type of carbohydrate that you are requested to eat them, because when you eat them, they are not going to spike your blood sugar levels because they have not passed through the machine. Nothing has been removed from them. They are still in their whole and in their natural forms, which means that they still maintain their fiber, they still maintain their minerals, and also they still maintain their vitamin. These are the type of foods that you are supposed to be eating, and that is why on this channel I teach us how you can conveniently eat African foods without blood sugar spikes. I've listed a couple of examples from you which are made from whole carbohydrate, and you see that all the examples are food crops that we can conveniently grow them in our African farms, and we can cultivate them, we can harvest them, and we can eat them with confidence because these foods are still in their natural forms. They have not been processed like the white rice, the white spaghetti, or the white bread. No, they still have all their vitamins, all their minerals, and all their fibers, which is good in maintaining steady blood sugar spikes. Let me check from the comment section. What do we have in the comment section? Complex carbohydrate takes longer to break down. Therefore, it's released slowly in the blood sugar without glucose spikes. Thank you very much, Indigo Girl. That is it. So when you eat complex carbohydrate, that is foods like our brown rice, whole maize, beans, yam, sweet potatoes, millet, plantain, and oat, because they are whole carbohydrate, they are going to digest very slowly and thereby causing you to have slow sugar absorption. So these are the kind of foods that you have to pay attention on. Another question, please. White beans or brown beans, which is good? Beans is beans. If you want to eat beans, I would say beans is good in general. But if I have to choose between brown beans and white beans, I will go for brown beans because the glycemic index of brown beans is a little lower than white beans. So brown beans will be preferable. But all in all, beans is beans. The most important thing for you is not even to care about the beans, but to focus on your preparation method. If you concentrate on your preparation method, make sure not to put too much oil, make sure not to put too much salt, make sure to use natural spices in preparing your beans, then you are going to enjoy your beans without sugar spikes. So do not focus mostly on the type of beans. If you really want to eat beans that is really good and nutritive, black beans is the best beans. Yes, if you really want to eat beans and know that you are eating beans to help you to manage your blood sugar levels, then black beans is the recommended beans. But apart from that, you can eat any beans, but focus on your preparation method. So you avoid using too much oil, avoid using too much salt. For people who are struggling with diabetes, we know that most of them, they are having problems with high blood pressure. So you will want to make sure not to put too much salt in your beans. Use natural ingredients like garlic, ginger, onion, for you to prepare your beans. These are going to help you to make your beans more tasteful and keep your blood sugar levels under control. Buba says, I eat 300 grams oats, gram rice, 300 gram chicken, and 6 eggs every day. 6 eggs every day. To be honest with you, I find the 6 eggs too much. If you say you eat 6 eggs every day, I find your 6 eggs too much. I don't know your activity. I don't know the kind of activity that you do, but consuming 6 eggs every day is a little bit too much. Yes, it's a little bit too much. For eggs, you can eat eggs up to 3 eggs per day, but eating 6 eggs per day, it's not that healthy. I will not recommend you to eat up to 6 eggs per day, maximum 3 eggs in a day. Knowing that eggs can cause you or increase your cholesterol level, so try to limit your consumption rate and stay for something like 3 eggs per day. 3 eggs per day. 800 grams of rice. 800 grams of rice is, like I said, I don't know your exercise. I don't know how big you are. I don't know how many kilo you are weighing, but I find your quantity of food a little bit big. So if you can reduce it, especially if you are managing diabetes, that is going to be helpful. Chicken, 300 grams of chicken. For somebody, 200 grams of chicken will be good. If you can eat 200 grams of chicken to 250 grams of chicken, that is good. But 300 grams of chicken is a little bit over. But it depends on you. I don't know your exercise. I don't know your age. I don't know your goal, so it depends on you. Please, what about chickpeas? Yes, chickpeas are also good. Chickpeas fall under complex carbohydrate or whole carbohydrate, so you can eat your chickpeas with confidence, knowing that they are not going to cause a spike in your blood sugar level. So chickpeas is good for you to eat. They fall under the category of whole carbohydrate or complex carbohydrate. Hope we are getting somewhere. If I'm making sense, please drop it in the comment section. And also, don't forget to like the video. We are 70 people watching, and I'm having just 9 thumbs up. Where are the rest? Please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Just double tap on your screen. You double tapping on your screen, that is just you liking the video. So please double tap on your screen to give the video a thumbs up. Thank you very much for that additional one. Please double tap on your screen before we proceed. I want to see the likes go up. Help me to carry the likes up. Thank you. Thank you for taking the likes up. Please just double tap on your screen. You double tapping on your screen, that is you liking the video. Just double tap on your screen to like the video. Thank you. I exercise daily. I'm 80 kilograms, 5.9 feet tall, 23 years old. Is that good for me? No, I don't think it's good for you. I don't think it's healthy for you. You're going to work on it. At 23 years, you are having 80 kilograms. I don't think that's healthy. So it's good. Maybe you work on your weight and you also try to reduce your quantity of food, because the amount of food I saw you posting is really too much. 6 eggs per day, that is too much. And 300 grams of chicken, 800 grams of rice, if I'm not mistaken, is too much. Yes, 800 grams is too much. Are you a diabetic, pre-diabetic, or you are struggling with insulin resistance? Let me know. I am in the army, I have to eat. You are in the army, you have to. That is something else. That is why I was saying, okay, your exercise, I will need to know, because I don't know your activity. If you are in the army, then it's okay for you to eat how you are eating. I want to believe that it's okay. That is how they train you in your military field. Then I want to believe it's okay for you to eat the way you are eating, but just take care of your health, because at 23 years and 80 kilograms is a little bit up. So just try to work on it. But if you're in the army, I know you definitely have it under control. So thank you very much, Buba. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you all very much for the likes. Now, we've talked about our complex carbohydrate and our whole carbohydrate, which I listed: a brown rice, beans, sweet potatoes, millet, plantain. But I want us to talk about something which is common with us as Africa. Because I said cassava is good. Cassava is considered as whole carbohydrate or complex carbohydrate because you can grow your cassava from your farm and you can harvest your cassava without being tampered. It still has its nutrients, it still has its fiber, it still has its vitamin and even its minerals. But when you process cassava and make it into cassava flour for your gari, then the gari is now considered as processed food. Hope that is clear. So we have cassava. Cassava is a whole or complex carbohydrate. It's very good for you to eat it because everything is still intact. Its fiber is still intact. Its vitamins are still intact. But when you process your cassava, that is, you change the form of that cassava and you turn it into gari. Now, even though your gari is coming from cassava, your gari is considered as refined food because it has been processed. Its form has been changed from cassava to gari, which means that gari is going to cause a rapid spike in your blood sugar than when you eat your cassava in whole. Hope that is clear. So if I put gari and I put normal cassava, what I'm expecting a diabetic to choose is for a diabetic to choose the whole cassava and not to take the gari because gari has been processed. In the process of making this gari or the cassava, it loses most of its fiber. You will see that gari is going to cause a spike in your blood sugar level because some of its fiber were lost during the process of making it into gari. So that is one. Another thing again is for us, we have, they call it amala flour or the plantain flour. We said green plantains are good. Green plantains are considered as whole carbohydrate. But if you buy the amala flour or if you buy the plantain flour, your plantain flour is no longer considered as whole carbohydrate or complex carbohydrate again, but it is considered as refined or processed carbohydrate. Why? Because your processed flour or your amala flour was made from the whole plantain, and in the course of that, your plantain or the amala flour lost some of its fiber, which means that when you are eating your amala flour or your plantain flour to make it into fufu, you are going to experience high blood sugar levels than someone who is eating just the normal green plantain. Hope that makes sense too. Hey, Lovette, thanks for joining. Good evening, Ness. Thank you very much for joining. Lovette, you're welcome. I see you. For 302. Thank you very much, M&N. Same answer I gave. It's really not healthy. I said it also. Hope you hear that, Booba. Hope you hear that your 80 kilogram is too much for your age, 23. So please try to work on your age or your weight, even though you say you are in the army, but I consider it still high. Now, so talking about the flour, we've talked about the amala flour or the plantain flour to make your fufu. So know that when you eat your amala flour, you make it into fufu, it's going to cause a spike in your blood sugar levels than someone who is just eating the plantain in its natural form. So the amala flour is considered refined or processed carbohydrate. Like we know, you cannot get it like that. You have to process it from something, which is the green plantain. Another thing is cocoyam flour. For people that like to eat cocoyam fufu, most people prefer to go and buy the cocoyam flour, that is the ready-made flour from the shop. This is the same thing. Know that when you buy this cocoyam flour, the cocoyam flour is no longer considered as whole carbohydrate, but then it is considered as refined or processed carbohydrate because it was made from your cocoyam. So for somebody who is going to eat the fufu made from that flour, and somebody who is going to eat the natural cocoyam, you that is eating that fufu from the refined flour, you're going to experience high blood sugar levels than someone who is eating the cocoyam in its natural form. I dried my green plantain with the skin on it. It's good. Yes, you can always use the skin. Even if you want to boil your plantain, it's also preferable for you to boil your green plantain with the skin because most of its nutrients are found in the skin. So if you boil it with the skin, you are going to have the nutrients. So for those of you who like to eat plantain, if you are boiling your plantain, also try to boil your plantain with their skin in order for you to preserve its nutrients. So yes, if you are drying your green plantain with the skin, it is very okay for you to do that. You doing that, you are gaining more nutrients from it. So that is a good one. Is that one called refined or whole? Which one? It's refined. The word is refined. Refined carbohydrate or whole carbohydrate. Which one? The cocoyam or the cocoyam flour? The cocoyam flour is called refined flour because it has been processed from the whole cocoyam. If that is what you are asking, Lovette. So if you're asking about the cocoyam flour, it is called refined flour. It is no more whole flour because it has been processed from whole cocoyam. So it is no more whole flour. It is called refined flour or refined cocoyam flour because it has been processed from its natural form. If that is what you are asking. Was that your question, Lovette? Let me know. Was that your question? That is a green plantain with the skin or the grounded, is it? Okay, I get your question now. Okay, no, just for the fact that will you grind the plantain? Are you going to grind the plantain? Yes, if you make the plantain into flour, if you turn the plantain, the dry plantain into flour, then it is refined. Even though you are the one who made it, but it is refined because it is no more in its natural form. You have processed it from the natural plantain, which was green plantain, into powdered form. So now it is no more whole carbohydrate, but it is refined or processed carbohydrate because you have processed it. But the difference is that because you made yours, you use the skin of your plantains, you are going to have a little bit more fiber than someone who bought theirs from the shop. So that is the difference. But even if you are still the one who made it, their plantain flour with the skin, blah, 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 is still refined plantain flour because, yes, it is still refined because you have changed its form from its natural form into the powdered form. So it has been processed. It has been refined. That is why we call it refined flour. So the whole plantain fufu is good. Confirm the whole plantain is good. I was going to talk about that also, Adobaye. Thank you very much. Now, I have talked about the amala flour or the plantain flour. I talked about the cocoyam flour. And also, I talked about cassava flour. When I talk about cassava flour, cocoyam flour, and plantain flour, I'm talking about the ready-made ones in the shop. Now, if you want to eat your plantain fufu, in the place of you buying those in the shop or buying the refined ones in the shop, it is better for you to boil your plantain, pound your plantain, and make your fufu by yourself. So if you make your fufu by yourself, because you are still using the whole plantain, you pound the plantain, you are still going to achieve the fiber, the minerals, and the vitamins from it. Nothing is going to lose, even though during the grounding process, you will lose some, but you are still going to gain the majority of its nutrients. So if you like to eat fufu from cocoyam, make sure to use your natural fufu. Pound it by yourself and eat it in the place of you going to the shop to buy the flour on. Those ones have been processed and they lack fiber. Same goes with cassava. If you want to eat cassava fufu, boil your cassava and pound it and eat it in the place of you going to the shop to buy all these packaged flour. They are not good. They are refined. And know that because these refined products, they are being marketed, these producers, they add ingredients into them, things like preservatives, things like artificial sweeteners, or those things to keep them to stay longer in the shelves. So what they are going to do is that they are going to add some chemicals in there, and most often these chemicals are going to cause spikes to your blood sugar levels. And also, because they have been processed, these foods are considered as naked carbohydrate. Naked carbohydrate, why? Because their fiber has been removed, their nutrients have been removed, their vitamins have been reduced, and their minerals have been reduced. So they are considered naked carbohydrate. They don't have anything to offer to your body apart from spiking your blood sugar level, because they contain no nutrients. So the only thing that they are good in doing is for them to break down very fast in your system and cause you to have high blood sugar levels. And that is why, if you notice, when you eat all your amala fufu, you eat your cocoyam fufu from the flour, you will notice a spike in your blood sugar levels. And that is because these flours have been processed and their carbohydrate levels have been reduced to nothing. They are considered as naked carbohydrate because they have no more nutrients in them, apart from causing your blood sugar levels to rise. They don't have anything to protect you from having blood sugar spikes. Remember, we say that our fiber is our blood sugar police, but because these foods have been processed, these foods no longer contain fiber, which means that when you eat them, you are going to experience a sharp spike in your blood sugar level. So avoid eating these foods that have been processed. If you want to eat your plantain fufu, please boil your plantain, blend it. You can use a blender to blend it. If you don't have a mortar like we do it back home, use a blender to blend it. Same goes with your cocoyam, same goes with your cassava. Yes, the whole plantain fufu is good. I've answered that hello, it's okay to eat whole cocoyam as a diabetic, because some people say it is high, has a... It is very, very okay for you to eat your cocoyam in their whole. I've made a video about cocoyam. Yes, I have a video on this channel talking about, is cocoyam good for a diabetic? Yes, cocoyam is good for diabetes. Why? Because cocoyam is considered as whole carbohydrate. Cocoyam has not been processed, which means that cocoyam still has its fiber in it. So if you eat cocoyam, it's not going to cause a spike in your blood sugar levels than when this cocoyam it has been processed. The only problem that you have with cocoyam is that because cocoyam is carbohydrate, it is definitely going to cause a spike in your blood sugar level. So it is for you to eat cocoyam knowing that cocoyam contains carbohydrates. So portion control is very, very important. If you want to eat your cocoyam, make sure to watch out for your portion control. Make sure not to eat your cocoyam empty, otherwise it's going to cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. But what you're going to do is that you are going to combine your cocoyams with a lot of vegetable. You combine your cocoyam with protein, and when you combine it like this, you eat it, it's definitely not going to cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. But cocoyams are good for anyone who is managing diabetes. They are good than white rice. They are good than white spaghetti. They are good than white bread. So if you want to eat your cocoyam, go ahead and eat your cocoyam. Just wash out on your portion control and make sure to combine it with vegetables and protein. So that is how you eat your cocoyams. Njideka, I hope I have answered your question. I hope I've answered your question, Njideka. Any other question, please? Hi, Gladys. Thanks for joining. I see you. Thanks so much. My pleasure, Gladys. Sam says, I'm from India. My name's Samuel. Please pray for my brother. Prophecy may need marriage delay. What is that? Hey, Sam, we are wishing your brother well. We wish your brother well. Njideka, yes, yes, and thank you very much. My pleasure, Njideka. Now, let us talk about some examples of refined carbohydrate. We'll talk about examples of refined carbohydrate. We've also talked about examples of our whole carbohydrate. Let us now talk about the effect. What is the effect of refined carbohydrates on your blood sugar level? Because that should be our focus on this video. What is the effect of refined carbohydrate? From its name, carbohydrate, we know that carbohydrate is starch. So when you eat refined carbohydrate, because they are naked carbohydrate, which means they do not contain any fiber, no vitamin, and no minerals, they are going to cause a spike in your blood sugar level. So when you eat these refined carbohydrates, they are going to be absorbed very fast in your system. They are going to digest very fast. And when they digest very fast, they are going to cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. That is why you notice that if you eat white bread, white rice, your amala, or the processed flours from cocoyam, plantain, or cassava, you will notice a spike in your blood sugar levels. Yes, it is because they do not contain any form of fiber. Because they have been processed, their fiber have been removed from them. So they are going to be absorbed very fast in your system, which is going to cause you to have spikes in your blood sugar levels. So the first effect that you will have or you will experience when you eat refined carbohydrate is you are going to have quick absorption. These refined carbohydrates are going to absorb very fast and cause a blood sugar spikes. Another effect is that you are going to have what is known as insulin surge. What is insulin surge? Insulin surge means that anytime when you eat these refined products, they are going to cause the release of insulin. For those of you who understand, you know that whenever you eat something, you are going to cause your your pancreas to release insulin so that this insulin can help to reduce your sugar levels. So anytime you eat this refined food, they are going to cause you to have insulin release. And when you have too much of this insulin release in a long time or in a couple, if you keep doing it, before you know, you start experiencing what is known as insulin resistance because of the constant release of insulin in your system. And when you have this constant release of insulin, if you have it too much, that is when you're going to have the problem of insulin resistance. Some people, they say, oh, they have insulin resistance, but even they are not fat, but they are still struggling with insulin resistance. Or they say they don't eat too much, but they are still having a problem of insulin resistance. Yes, the problem is because you are eating refined food, and each time you eat this refined food, these refined foods are going to cause you to have a release of insulin. And too much of insulin is going to cause you to have insulin resistance. So if you want to avoid having insulin resistance, you also have to avoid eating all these refined or processed foods. That was number 2. The third effect is that you are going to have energy crashes. The third effect, you are going to have energy crashes. Immediately you eat foods that are refined, like your white rice, your white bread, your pastries, your puff, your fish pie, your meat rolls, your all those things. Immediately you eat them, the first thing that you are going to experience is that you are going to experience a sudden rise in your blood sugar levels. But after a couple of minutes, your sugar levels are going to drop back very fast. And why is this happening like that? It is happening like that because they were refined carbohydrate. And remember, our first point was that they absorbed very fast. So when they absorb very fast, they are going to cause you to have a sharp spike in your blood sugar levels. And before you know it, you have a drop in your blood sugar levels. And before you know, you start looking for something to eat because you are feeling hungry. Some people will even feel tired, and some people will even have the desire to go and look for food again. Meanwhile, you just ate. So if you eat foods that contain refined carbohydrate, you are going to have this crash in your energy because it's going to cause you to have a drop in your sugar levels, making you to feel hungry, making you to feel tired, and causing you also to have this craving to eat more carbohydrates. So if you want to avoid this, avoid eating refined foods because it's going to make you to have these energy crashes. If you have been experiencing energy crashes after eating your food, please type it in the comment section. Let me know. If you have ever eaten something and within a couple of minutes you feel like you still want to eat something, please type it in the comment section and let me know what you ate that caused you to want to eat more of it again. So I'm watching. Let me know in the comment section. Gladys said, Ness, that's true. Thank you very much, Ness. Can I eat sour bread? Yes, sour bread is good. Gladys, you can eat sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is very good. The sourdough bread is very good, or the sourdough or sourdough bread. Some people call it sourdough, some people call it sourdough bread, but all the same, you can eat the sourdough bread. It is good. It contains more fiber, so it is good for you to eat it, Gladys. Is stout drink palm wine good for someone who has diabetes? Rita, talking about palm wine, I made a video of palm wine. I'm still editing that video. Not long from now, that video is going to come up because I've recorded the video already. I just need to edit it and post it on the channel. But I made a video about palm wine, so I will not answer that question now about palm wine. I will allow you to watch that video. It will come out this week. This week, I'm I'm going to put the video on. I made a video about is palm wine good for diabetes? So Rita, your question came right on time. This week you are going to get your answer, and you are going to get the full details of that video. So keep your eyes on the channel for that video, Rita. The video has been recorded already. It's just for me to edit it. I'm still editing it, so just wait. Yes. So any question, I asked a question, if you have ever eaten and within a couple of minutes you still feel like you need to eat again, or you are experiencing a crash in your blood sugar, let me know in the comment section, and also let me know what you ate that caused you to have this sugar crash. I'm watching on my other phone here. Any other question before we proceed to the fourth effect? My pleasure, Rita, my pleasure. Now, okay, since I'm not getting any reaction, let's go to the fourth effect. The fourth effect that you are going to have when you eat refined carbohydrate is that you are going to have increased risks of diabetes. For those of you who are already struggling with diabetes, what is going to happen with you is that when you keep eating refined carbohydrate, it's going to be very difficult for you to manage your blood sugar levels, or to bring your blood sugar levels under control. Why? Because whenever you eat these refined food, they are going to cause a spike in your blood sugar level, and it is going to make your diabetes management journey very difficult. So increase in diabetes risk is going to be very high. So for those of you who are already struggling with diabetes, please watch out. For those of you who are going, or you are struggling with pre-diabetes, know that it's going to increase your chances of you having diabetes. If you are struggling with insulin resistance, know that it's also going to increase your chances for you to have pre-diabetes. So watch out on refined carbohydrate. And then the other effect which we've talked about is that these refined carbohydrate contain, or they have less nutrients. So they don't have any nutrients to offer to your body. They are considered as empty calories or naked carbohydrates. Why? Because they have been processed, and because they have been processed, they have no fiber, they have no vitamins, and they have no minerals. So they have actually nothing to offer to you apart from mere calories, and that is not what we want. So if you want to eat food, and eat foods that are going to help you to manage your blood sugar levels, refined carbohydrates are definitely not one of those foods. So stay away from refined carbohydrate, because they are going to cause you more harm than good. Rita says bread. Okay, Njideka says bread. Okay, Njideka says pasta. I feel tired and sleepy after eating rice or pasta. Thank you very much, Njideka. Now you know why you feel sleepy and you feel tired after eating rice and pasta. That is as a result of your energy crash, because of your refined carbohydrate. It's going to absorb very fast, and when it absorbs very fast, the next thing is that it's going to cause your blood sugar levels to drop, and when your blood sugar levels drop, you're going to start feeling hungry. After that, you're going to feel tired, and the next thing, you will start craving for carbohydrates again. So we've seen the consequences of eating a refined carbohydrate. They are going to cause you more harm than good. And at times, when you eat refined carbohydrate, they are even going to cause you to overeat. Because of these crashes, they will cause you to feel hungry. You have hungry for a very short time. And if you are hungry, you're definitely going to look for something to eat. Meanwhile, if you went straight to your whole carbohydrates or your complex carbohydrate like your brown rice, you will realize that even though you ate just a little portion of your complex carbohydrate, which is your brown rice, you are going to stay fuller for a longer time than when you eat a big bowl of white rice. So those are the small things that you have to take into consideration, especially if you are a diabetic. Bread is another thing. It depends the kind of bread. If you eat bread, white bread especially, you are going to have those sugar crashes because it's going to absorb very fast, causing your blood sugar levels to go up very high, and before you know it, it drops back, keeping you in the same situation. Rita says, yes, it happens to me at times. I just feel like eating and eating. Yes, it is because of the refined carbohydrate, Rita. When you stay away from refined carbohydrate and start eating complex carbohydrate like the food we have listed here today, you will realize that you will feel full for a very long time. And always make sure to add much vegetables in your food, much protein in your food, much healthy fat in your food, because these are the things that are going to keep you fuller for a very long time. They are also going to prevent you from having these cravings. So make sure to eat complex carbohydrate. Christian Clement, what about fresh yam? Is it okay? Hey Christian, thank you very much, and thank you for being our channel member. You're welcome, Christian. Thank you very much, and thank you for your subscription, for being a member of this channel. I really appreciate it. Yeah, what about fresh yam? Yes, fresh yam is okay. Before, maybe you came late, but we talked about fresh yam. Fresh yam is okay, Christian. You can eat fresh yam in its whole, so you can boil your fresh yam, you eat your fresh yam. But the most thing that you have to know is that you have to combine your fresh yams with vegetables and protein, and also eat them in small portions. Adobaye, so should gari be avoided? If you can avoid gari, that will be good. If you can avoid gari, Adobaye, that will be good. If you can avoid gari, it is recommended for you to avoid it. But if you cannot avoid it, make sure to eat gari just in small quantity. And if you want to eat gari, I don't know how you like to eat your gari. Is it gari with soup or is it soaked gari? It just depends on how you eat your gari. If you want to eat gari in the form of fufu, make sure to combine your fufu with vegetables, like I have been saying. Combine it with protein. There should be protein in your soup, maybe your fish, your chicken, your goat meat, your snails, whatever you need. And also add some healthy fats, like prepare it with your palm oil. Palm oil is going to give you your healthy fats. Olive oil is going to give you your healthy fats. So make sure to combine it well. Your combination in this case will be very important. If you want to eat it like soaked gari, or we call it koata gari, what you can do is that you mix the gari, you soak your gari, add something like your granules, you add something like your coconut inside to help to give you this protein and to give you a healthy fat too. So that is very important. Josephine says, yes, your audio just stopped. My audio just stopped. Is my volume okay? Somebody say my audio just stopped. Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me, please? Somebody said my audio just stopped. Is my volume okay? Francis, can you hear me? Okay, he says sorry is from his side. Okay, no problem. Francis is good. Thank you. Okay, let me answer this question. Josephine say yes. It happens to me at times after eating oatmeal with milk, green apple, and strawberries and blueberries. Josephine, you have oatmeal. You have oatmeal with milk, with green apple, strawberries, and blueberries, all in one. And when you eat it like this, you're having a crash in your blood sugar levels, okay? I don't know how you did your combination. I don't know how you combine it. I don't know the kind of milk that you use. But yeah, it depends. Fumi says, does it mean that any food in flour form is complex carbohydrate? Not complex carbohydrate. You got it wrong. Does it mean that any food with in flour form is complex carbohydrate, such as oat flour, yam flour, plantain flour? Well done. You are such... Fumi, let me explain it again for me before you take it wrong. Complex carbohydrate, Fumi. Your complex carbohydrate from your question will be your plantain. Your whole plantain is your complex carbohydrate. Your oatmeal is your complex carbohydrate. What did you list again? Those are your complex carbohydrate. Yam is also your complex carbohydrate. But when you turn them into flour, they are no longer complex carbohydrate because they have been refined and turned into flour. So they are no more complex carbohydrate, but they are refined carbohydrate. You fool me? So when you eat the yam in their whole form, you eat the plantain in their whole form, and you eat your oatmeal in their whole form, that is considered complex carbohydrate. But when you turn them into flour, then we are talking about refined carbohydrate. Hope that is clear. It's okay, Claire, I can hear you. Okay, Ariel. Is Zobo drink? Okay, I cook it myself, not adding anything, and I take like half a glass every day. Zobo is very good, Rita. You can drink Zobo so long as you are not adding any sugar into it. Your Zobo drink is very good. You can drink your Zobo. That is good. Hi, Chana sis. I see you. You are welcome, Chana. Thanks for joining. Lovette Edward said, is soaked gari with beans good? Yes, soaked gari with beans will be good, but make sure to eat your gari, just a little portion of your gari, because you have beans. Your beans is going to act like your protein, which is going to help to slow down the sugar absorption. So soaked gari with beans is a good combination. In the place of you just eating soaked gari with beans is a perfect one. I love your hair. Thank you very much. We can hear you perfectly. Okay, complex carbohydrates are carbohydrates in their natural form. Thank you very much, Indigo Girl. That is it. Complex carbohydrates okay, yes. Complex carbohydrates are carbohydrates in their natural form, while refined carbohydrates are carbohydrates that have been processed. Okay, Fumi says, so sorry, I meant processed carbohydrate. Okay, so it means that you got the point where, Fumi, no problem, you got it well. No problem, Fumi. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, has anyone tried cabbage, carrots, and oatmeal fufu? Wos, thank you very much. Yes, Wos is asking, has anyone tried cabbage, carrots, and oatmeal fufu? Has anyone ever tried the cabbage, carrot, or oatmeal fufu? Please type it in the comment section, because Wos is asking. And I want to say, before anybody asks it, it is very good. Those are very good alternatives for your fufu. Christian say, is green beans okay? Green beans is very okay. Green beans is a form of vegetable, so green beans are very okay, Christian, green beans are very okay. You can eat your green beans very well. Wolves. Okay, before I forget, for those of you who noticed today, I posted a video today on the channel, how to reverse your diabetes in 4 weeks. But that video was made only for those who have subscribed to my channel. So it is only those who have subscribed or those who are members on my channel that can have access to that video. So if you haven't yet joined our membership, please, I'm encouraging you to join our membership, because in that membership, I'm going to be posting some videos that can only be viewed by people who have joined our membership. Our membership subscription is not expensive. So if you want videos that can be, these are videos that are private and are really helpful, and they are like content that I gathered from my paid group, and I'm putting them for you people out there. But then I make them private only for those who are members on my channel. Like today, I posted one video which is meant only for those who are members, how to reverse your diabetes in 4 weeks, in which I explain the process in which you can reverse your diabetes in 4 weeks. But this video is restricted only for my membership. So if you haven't yet joined my membership, please, I'm asking you to consider joining this membership. Join that community, because it's going to be helpful. You are going to be watching videos from there that are not posted anywhere. So please make sure to check our membership and do subscribe to it so that you can always enjoy from these videos. Remember, I said these videos are mostly taken from my paid groups. I have a paid group. I have a group that is running already on WhatsApp, which we are talking about how to reverse your diabetes in 4 weeks. It is a 4-week coaching group, and it is going on very well. People are seeing results with their blood sugar levels. So if you want to join this group for next month, which is October, the registrations are open. You can register now to secure your space in October, because in October we are going to start another class. So registrations are open if you want to join the WhatsApp group on reversing your diabetes in 4 weeks. Make sure to send me a mail on WhatsApp, or even on my, make sure to send me a mail or send me a message on my WhatsApp to let me know you want to join the WhatsApp group, and I will send you the link on how to register. Do peas spike your blood sugar level? Peas don't actually spike blood sugar level, except you eat peas in big portion, because they are definitely good. Except you really eat them in big portion before you are going to experience blood sugar spikes. Josephine says, I use whole milk and very small quantity of the fruits I mentioned. Okay, I want to hope so, Josephine. Whole milk in general, Josephine, whole milk will, if you are a diabetic, whole milk is definitely not so good for people who are struggling with diabetes. Why? Because whole milk contains carbohydrate. So it's good if you want to eat your oatmeal, Josephine. I will advise you to go in for unsweetened milk. And good examples of unsweetened milk is something like the almond milk or coconut milk. Those are my recommended milk for those who are managing diabetes. Those are good milk. But whole milk, remember you say whole milk. Whole milk means it still contains much of its carbohydrate, its fat, which is going to cause more energy and also can cause you a spike in your blood sugar level. So Josephine, make sure to watch out for the milk you are using. If you want to use milk, please look for unsweetened almond milk or unsweetened coconut milk. It's going to help you. What makes you a member? Okay, Rita, for you to join my membership, there is a sign there for you to join the membership. There is a link on my channel also, and most often there is a button there. It will tell you join member. It will just automatically comes to you that you should join the member. But I'm going to put the link here on the screen for you to join my membership. It is very easy. You just click on my name, my channel, Rita. So you just click on my channel name, and beside where you will see the bell notification, you will see join. you click on that join. The join is requesting you to become a member of this channel. So you just click on the join button. When you click on the join button, it's going to open a page for you to register. It's just a little amount. There are two options. I have just two options. You can choose the monthly option that you want. It depends on you. But to register is very easy. If you want to join my membership, just click on my name. That is Diabetes Mindful Talk. At your right hand side, beside the bell or the notification bell, you will see a button join. Click on that join button to join my membership. Thank you. George say, what number do you use for WhatsApp? My number for WhatsApp, I don't know. Let me look my number for WhatsApp. I don't really know my own number. Let me just check it, please. Give me a few seconds. Let me check my number, or if Evo is there. Evo, please, can you put my WhatsApp number, please? Okay, so the WhatsApp number is, let me write it down. Plus 32 466 38 86 64. So the WhatsApp number, for those of you requesting the WhatsApp number is plus 32 466 38 86 64. So that's the WhatsApp number. So that's the WhatsApp number on your screen. Please, you can use the WhatsApp number to send me a message if you want to join the 4-week diabetes reverse program, which is starting in October. The one in September is going on now and is going well, and people are having results. So we are doing great. What about oat milk? Oat milk is not really good. Oat milk is not really good. Most people complain about oat milk. If you use oat milk is definitely going to cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. I will not really recommend oat milk because its carbohydrate content is high, its glycemic index is high, so it's going to cause you to have spikes in your blood sugar levels. But if you want to use it, please use just a small quantity. Thank you very much. You are godsend. My pleasure, Josephine. What says, I am worried about the carbohydrate content of oat milk. Almond milk and oats itself as milk are not fresh but has preservative. Thank you very much. Oat milk, like I said, oat milk has a high glycemic index and its carbohydrate content is high, which means that it's definitely cause a spike in your blood sugar level. And when it comes to almond milk, you know, you have almond milk, you have the sweetened almond milk, and you have the unsweetened almond milk. But the unsweetened almond milk with no sugar, that one is good, and that is highly recommended for anyone who is managing diabetes. So the unsweetened the unsweetened almond milk and unsweetened coconut milk, they are the best for anyone who is managing diabetes. But oat milk, I will not really recommend it. So try to stay away from oat milk, but if you want to drink it, just take a little, not too much. Know that it's going to cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. Thank you very much, Wolves. You're welcome. You're welcome. So any other questions? If we don't have any other questions, then we will call it a day. What of tiger nut milk? Tiger nut milk is good. Tiger nut milk is good. Yes, tiger nut milk is good because tiger nuts themselves, they are very healthy. They are very good. So tiger nut milk is also recommended. So we have the unsweetened almond milk, unsweetened coconut milk, and your tiger nut milk. These are the best milks that you can drink if you are managing diabetes. Yes. Any other question? If not, we are going to call it a day. Thank you all very much for joining. Don't forget, we still have our 4-week diabetes reverse program. For those of you who still want to join, you can register to join for the October session. Registrations are open now. And also, if you still want to have my how to eat African meals without sugar spikes, I still have them on sale. So make sure to have a copy of that my ebook. It is very, very important. And those who haven't yet joined this membership, please, I'm begging you, join the membership in order for you to not miss some incredible videos that I am posting, just like the video I posted today. Just click on the join button to join our membership. It is very simple, very easy for you to become a member of this channel. If you are a member of this channel, you're going to be watching videos that people pay money to be watching. Even though you are paying here to join a membership, but it's not as compared to the private lessons I'm giving. So it's going to be a great win for you if you join my membership here, because you are going to be having this kind of content. So that was it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to share it with someone you know is struggling with diabetes, pre-diabetes, or even insulin resistance. Share them to your family members, share them to your friends so that they can also join this channel and learn more about diabetes. As we all know, we are on a journey to reverse diabetes and to assure our community that we can manage diabetes while still eating and enjoying our African food. But the only problem is for you to get the right information. When you get the right information, you are definitely going to manage and reverse your diabetes and get off those medications, because like I always say, those medications are not going to help you. They are not going to solve your problem. Your food is what is going to help you to reverse diabetes, is what is going to help you from taking all those medications. So it all starts from your plate. If you control your plate, if you work on your plate, then you are going to manage your blood sugar levels and get off those medications. And that is why I opened the 4-week diabetes reverse coaching group on WhatsApp to teach you exactly what you need to know and what you need to do in order for you to get off those medications. So if you are interested, use the number on the screen and send me a message on WhatsApp so that you can register for our next session, which is coming up in October. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Have a wonderful evening, and may God bless you all. Bye.